Okay, today I wanted to talk about 10 natural alternatives to PPIs. So, these acid blocking medications, in some cases, are absolutely necessary, like Barrett's esophagus, eosinophilic esophagitis, peptic ulcer disease. So, in those cases, it's necessary to stay on them. But if you do have the option to try to go off of them, you can consider other acid medicines like H2 blockers. These have not been associated with the potential adverse effects of long-term PPI use, like nutrient deficiencies, increased risk of infections, pneumonia, C. difficile infection, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and possible links to dementia. So if you want to try these 10 options, let me go ahead and run through them. First is always diet. So you want to avoid the well-known triggers for reflux like alcohol, caffeine, mint, chocolate, spicy foods, fried foods, overeating. But then also consider gluten, because with gluten sensitivity, there is a condition called celiac disease, which is a severe one end of the spectrum, but there are mild to moderate cases, which in the literature it's called NCGS, or non-celiac gluten sensitivity, that actually have reflux as a prominent symptom reported in studies. So consider an elimination diet, gluten, and then for a subset of people, dairy might be an issue as well. Second are using bitters. These are digestive herbal tonics that have been used for centuries, like an aperitif, before a meal. So you could try Swedish or Angostura bitters. They're herbal tonics that stimulate your digestive enzymes, and for some people, low digestive enzymes can be a cause of reflux. Third is to try apple cider vinegar. So this is because for some people, paradoxically, low stomach acid can cause their heartburn or GERD, and so you want to start with 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar dissolved in 4 ounces of water on an empty stomach. If you notice any increased burning, stop it right away, but if not, then that can be a powerful tool to help your stomach acid levels and in some cases help with reflux. Fourth is baking soda. This is can be used short term as needed, especially if you're trying to switch to other medications or taper off your PPI. Recommend 1/4 teaspoon dissolved in 4 ounces of water once or twice a day. So fifth is DGL. I spoke about this in previous videos, but this has been used for thousands of years in Chinese medicine. It's a form of licorice root. So there's a concern with whole licorice root that it can raise blood pressure if taken for a long term. DGL has the glycyrrhizin removed, which is the factor that can raise blood pressure, so it does not have that risk. Pretty safe for long-term use. Okay, sixth is a very low carbohydrate diet. So if you also are trying to lose weight, this might be helpful. In the study, there was people who were overweight who followed a diet with only 20 grams of carbohydrates per day. So very low carbohydrate. Definitely work with a dietitian on this. But in that case, they had significant improvement in their reflux. Seventh is the supplement called aloe vera juice. So this is used a lot in Ayurveda, the traditional medicine of India. But aloe vera juice is very healing for the gut. It's a natural anti-inflammatory and helps the stomach lining to heal. Eighth is other herbal, what are called demulcents, which help soothe the stomach lining, such as a slippery elm. There's marshmallow root. You can get either teas or infusions of these, or you can get combination products which contain these, like GI Revive from Designs for Health. I have no commercial affiliation with this product, but that is one that is an option. There are others as well. Ninth is surprisingly melatonin. So if you also have sleep difficulties, then it makes sense to try melatonin at night. because for a minority of patients, that helps them with alleviating reflux. Typically between 1 to 3 milligrams was the dose that was studied in one trial. And then 10th and final is the role of stress. So we know that chronic stress can contribute to heartburn. If you are noticing the connection, then definitely incorporate some type of mind-body stress reduction technique. And if you do decide to try to taper off PPIs, be very gradual, because there can be a rebound worsening of GERD. So you want to go every other day for 2 to 4 weeks, and then every 3 days for, again, 2 to 4 weeks, and then twice a week, and then taper off. Meanwhile, you can add in the H2 blockers like Pepcid. You can use baking soda. You can use some of these tools that we've talked about. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thank you.